Good morning. Today's lessons are science and math. I have my science open, so I'm just going to go here first. Okay. Click on the PowerPoint for today's lesson. Have a copybook and pencil or a blank document. We are getting into the next stage of the caterpillar's life. It actually happens rather quickly. So I did click on my PowerPoint. I'm going to have it load here. I've also uploaded 2 videos of our caterpillars as a class. You can see the changes they've been going through. The food is looking different. Their bodies are looking different. Let's get this PowerPoint to open. All right, we go into present. All right, you have 5 tasks today. This first one is a life cycle video. Answer the question at the end of the video in your copybook. So you'll click, it will load. Hopefully.
We get it. You don't really want your kids watching videos, but it can have... Hi.
Okay, so this little boy will talk to you about what's going on in his video. Okay, if you go back into the PowerPoint, answer the question at the end. The caterpillar molts. Okay, as caterpillars grow, their exoskeleton becomes tight on them, so they molt. They lose their old exoskeleton. After the molt, while the new skeleton is still soft, they swallow a lot of air, which expands their body. Then, when the cuticle hardens, they let the air out and have room for growth. Caterpillars molt 4 or 5 times as they grow. Okay, and this is what it means here. Here's molt. When an animal molts, it loses its old skin or exoskeleton and grows a larger one to replace it. All right, there's lots of words in here that have to do with butterflies, but that link just takes you there. Okay. All right, click on the link below and your copybook will explain why the video replayed a part in slow motion. So you will click here. Again, it will take you to a video. Okay. All right, we'll keep going through. Take a look at this picture. A lot of these are taken from what your notebook would look like if we had science in class. Now the caterpillar spins silken thread. The silk is to help the caterpillar climb. Okay, silk production. A spinneret is a tube-like structure on a larva's lower lip that contains the spinning apparatus of the larva. The caterpillar draws silk from a tube in the spinneret. The silk dries when exposed to the air. Caterpillars use this silk to support themselves and to make webs. They also use it to form the silk button to hang from, which you will see. Now, this looks a little bit creepy, but it is important that we see where it's coming from, especially when the ways that we were just viewing our caterpillar the other day, it's from the side view. So now we get to see what it looks like underneath. All right, lots of facts on here that you can read. Here's them in a group. If you click here, lots of videos for you to watch. Okay, not a ton, they're not very long, but it's important that you watch these videos since we're missing out on this cool experience in class. The videos can teach you exactly what we're kind of missing out on. The caterpillar J shape, this is where it gets to the top. All right, climbs to the top of the container and its body forms a J shape. You'll know that it will turn into a chrysalis soon. All right, you'll click on this video, hanging in J. You'll read that to yourself or out loud. Practice that fluency. Now this one is the monarch caterpillar. Okay, he's going to be the monarch butterfly, but same process. Okay, it's the same process that the painted lady goes through. That's just what ours is called. Okay, protection from predators. You're going to read through this. List 3 ways that caterpillars can protect themselves from predators. So a couple on here. I only need you to give me 3. Okay. Number 4, creepy but cool caterpillars. Answer the questions at the end in your copybook. All right, it's on Epic, so you guys are familiar with that site from Miss TM. Here's the review of the larva stage. All right, just some of the information that we've gone through, what we're up to now. Okay, it hatches from the egg. Its main job is to eat. Then it molts. The exoskeleton looks like small black balls on the outside of it. Okay, exoskeleton, that means it's on the outside of their body. All right, they make silken threads. They have waste like all other living creatures. Caterpillar makes a silk button and forms a J shape. Soon it will take its last molt and form into a chrysalis. Here's the rap song. All right, you'll practice this to yourself as well. See if you can start memorizing some of those words. All right, and then you'll go back into the Thursday folder. Go to the discussion. You're going to match the word to the definition. So your words are molting, chrysalis, thorax, exoskeleton. Blank is the middle section of an insect's body. Blank is the shedding and outer layer of skin. Blank is the hard outer skeleton that covers an insect. And blank is the third stage of the butterfly's life cycle. Okay, so I have it up here. You're going to number it 1, 2, 3, and 4 and just write the word for me. All right? Then if we go into our math, we're continuing with graphing. All right, we're in chapter 10. If you've missed a lot of these lessons, please make sure you go back and do them so that it can count as your attendance, okay? Thursday the 14th. I'll have your link in here. We'll open up to a document. You'll need your big book and your skinny book. I also posted the pages that you could use if you're not able to get access to the big book. Reminding you to log into SumDog Prodigy. We're on the third lesson. Okay, making a picture graph to show data in a tally chart. 477 to 480, I'm going to click on it here. I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I'll click through the pages. If you don't have this available, you can pause this video at any time, and then you can answer the questions on a piece of paper so that you can get it finished. 477 we'll start with. Okay, so here's the first one down the bottom. All right, it's saying take turns pulling a cube from a bag, draw a smiley face in the graph for each cube. If you don't have these colors, you could try Legos. You could try little tiny toys that you have that are these colors. Just throw only these colors though, blue, red, green, and orange. Take a handful, throw them in the bag, mix them up, and every time you pull one out, you put a smiley in that box. You can play with another person or you can pretend that you're both, but you need to make sure that you're doing the smiley face. If you're not able to do this one, it's okay. You'll see on the next page. All right, each picture in the graph stands for one flower. Draw pictures to show the data in the tally chart. All right, here's the tally. You need to match it over here. Finish this one up here. I know it's a model and draw, but you need to finish these two, okay, for Inez and Paolo. And you're drawing smiley faces down here. Use this tally chart, match it to the smiley faces. And there's questions. How many children chose tuna? How many more children chose cheese than ham? So we're going to look at cheese. We're going to look at ham. How many more are on the cheese line than on the ham line? Okay, you can also use your picture graph that you just made too. Now you're doing favorite fruit. All right, you're also going to draw smiley faces for each of the tallies. You're going to answer these questions here. Okay, this one says which 3 fruits were chosen by a total of 10 children. I'm not asking you which fruit has 10 because that would be none. I know that. I want you to find me 3 fruits put together that would make 10 votes. Okay? And now you're already at the mid-chapter checkpoint. Chapter 10 is like our shortest chapter. So you're going to follow this favorite season up here, answer these questions, and then fill in the bubble for test prep. Okay? That's all you have in here for your book. Then you're going to do your skinny book pages, 227, 228. Math on the spot has to do with today's lesson as well. Here's a Khan Academy. Picture graphs. Practice for that. Okay, they have videos for it. If it doesn't load, you can just go down. If you click on the side here, you can just go to the very next activity. They have it listed all on this side, okay? Ray's making a nutty trail mix. He makes a picture graph to show the 4 types of nuts he uses. How many total nuts does Ray use? Each one of these counts as 1. Okay, so you would type your answer, then you would click check. There's 7 problems. You go over here, you'll be making it, practicing it, and then you can get into bar graphs. Okay, you can do any of these that you want on your own time. All right, then you're going to go back into our lesson for today. Go to our discussion. All right, student survey, fruits eaten. However, be careful. Each of these fruits counts by 2. Okay, so mangoes are not 3. Each of them is 2, so you would count 2, 4, 6. All right, be careful. You are going to answer down here, how many students chose oranges and bananas? Okay, be careful. Look at what each picture equals. You'll need to skip count. All right, and that's all you have for today. If you go back into homeroom, check in your specials folder. You also have your art and your phys ed loaded over here. You can also go into them folders at any time. Okay, you have information here for week 8 for library and week 7 for music. Okay, these are also all inside their folders, but Mr. Fazio's and Mr. Miller's, the way that they set them up, they end up going on this side. Okay, either way, you need to make sure you're answering them. If you have Mrs. Costanzo or Mrs. Cleveland, you need to also make sure that you are doing your reading for them. Okay, there's only 5 of you. Not all of you will have this purple folder as a reminder. You'll click in that folder and they have the work that you need to complete. Click on it and submit it to them. Okay, just to keep those reading responses and all those skills you've been working on. You want to keep them fresh and keep them going, okay? If you have any questions, you can email me. I will be available, and I hope to hear from you soon. See ya.